All right, guys, this morning when you are doing your math talk, I want you to be able to write the entire string on your whiteboard. So move your whiteboard if you need to, or write smaller if you need to, because I want us to start looking for patterns in our numbers this morning. Yes, you still need to do the math. Yes, you need to show me the full number sentence, but I also want to see a list of the number strings as we do these problems this morning. So here we go, our first problem. Let's solve the problem. All right, our next number sentence. Our next number string. So if we're taking what you guys were saying and we're thinking that if a number has a 0 in the ones place and we add it to any number, the answer will have that number. Let's try out that theory with this problem. So this is saying 28 plus 10. So I wonder if the answer will have an 8 in the ones place. One of the big math tools to know, and kind of a math secret that you are all learning, if there is a 0 in the ones place when you are doing your math and you add it to any other number, your answer is going to have that number in it. Zeros are what we call friendly numbers. They're friendly because they kind of give away part of your answer. It's so cool. It's so nice of them to give us all that information. Other friendly numbers: 2, 5s, 10s, but again, the 10 has a 0 in the ones place. All those friendly numbers help us in math. And that's one of the things we're going to be working on this year as well. What I created for you guys is just a little slideshow of vocabulary with visuals, and I'm going to add to it all year. So we will remember all of our math words. If we were in the classroom, I would have pictures and words up on our math wall, but I don't have a math wall. So I will be putting this as I add to it into our seesaw so you can look back into it. It's not there yet because I wanted to go over it today, but this way we'll have a way to learn all of our math vocabulary and remember what it means. So I decided for this first one just to use a word we all know and that we've all been talking about this year already, and that's the word equal. And I chose this picture of the two people on the teeter-totter because they are completely equal. Do you see how that teeter-totter is flat all the way across? And that's what we think about as a problem. Problem on the left side is exactly the same as the problem on the right side. So if they're equal, that teeter-totter is flat. And notice that teeter-totter without anybody on it is not flat. One side is higher than the other side. That means that teeter-totter is not equal. So when we think about equal, think about a teeter-totter. A word we're going to use today is addend. It's kind of two words put together, add and end. When you smush them together, you get addend. And an addend is the numbers added together in an addition problem. So in this problem, 8 plus 3 equals 11. 8 and 3 are addends because they are the numbers being added together to get 11. And in case you forgot, the answer to an addition problem is called a sum. So 2 addends equal a sum. And there we go. The sum is the answer to an addition problem. Right now, those are the only words on our chart, but we will add more as we get going through math this year. In Seesaw today, you're going to be looking at the assignment G3 launching 2-digit numbers. I didn't name it. Somebody from Beaverton named it, and it just means grade 3, second week of school, 2-digit numbers. So it does say listen to the directions on the picture, but as we learned yesterday, we think whoever created these slideshows forgot to read the directions out loud to us. So I'm going to read the directions on the picture to you now and remind you where you can find the directions in your problem today. We'll click add the response. We're going to use the tools to show our thinking on the template, or you can do the work on a piece of paper and take a picture of your work to turn in today. I want you to read the hint and the challenge questions if you need them. This problem also has a couple of really cool online tools for you. This tool, it's loading, has number lines. This one has base 10 blocks in it, and you can click and drag base 10 blocks if you're going to use them. So let's take a look at what the problem is today. So here are those same instructions. They're always at the top where it says view instructions. But let's take a look at our problem. Layla had 5-digit cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She picked 4 of them to make 2 2-digit numbers. So you can choose any of these 4 and you're going to create 2-digit plus 2-digit, okay? After Layla made her 2-digit numbers, she added them together. They made a sum between 60 and 70. So when she added her 2 numbers together, her answer was between 60 and 70. What this wants you to figure out is what could Layla's 2 addends have been? I know it's a lot of words, guys. Addends, the numbers you add together to get the sum. Now, do you see these base 10 blocks here? Guess what? You can use them and make more. So if I highlight one of them and I click the 3 dots and I look for that word duplicate, duplicate means to make again. So I can make a bunch more of these base 10 blocks. And I can move them around. So let's see. Here I have, 32. And you know what? For myself, because it's just how I think, I'm going to draw a circle around mine so I know that this is one addend. And then I'm going to, I don't know, maybe I'll do 5 this time. Maybe I'll do 4. And oh shoot, I already used 2. Oh, you know what? For myself, I'm gonna cross out the numbers that I used. That way I know what I have left. So I already used 4. Oops, that's not helpful. That is helpful. Maybe I do just want to use this one. That's cool. 3, oh, I already used 3. 4, I've already used 4. All right, I'll make it 5. And then because just the way my brain works, I'm gonna circle those. So now I have 32 plus 45. Well, 5 and 2 make 7, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Oops, that's 77. Does that fit with the answer between? I'm not going to do that work right now, though. You do have another one. So on this one, Kyle has 5 cards and creates 2 two-digit numbers, but their sum is between 70 and 80. And now on this page, it doesn't have the base 10 blocks for you, but if you click on the 3 dots and you click on shapes, you can create them. Do you see how they're down here? Base 10 blocks, some counters, so I can add those, add these. Maybe I want a plus sign. Ooh, I could have some fun with that. So on the second page, you're still creating, you're still solving the problem, but it's asking you to use the 3 dots to create your own base 10 blocks. So here's your hints. Try out 2 numbers together, just like we did. Do we need to adjust it? I definitely needed to adjust it. My numbers were definitely too big. Now here's your challenge. Is there more than one combination that will work? So I want you to think about creating your own puzzle, just like the one with Layla and Kyle. So 3 dots in our shapes. Can you create your own problem that fits the answers? Now, again, this is the challenge. This is not a required choice today. It is an option. You need to show me your work, though, just like I showed you how on this first problem. If your seesaw gets turned in without work on it, I will be sending it back to you to redo it. I need to, but I want you to just remember that it's always okay to ask for help if you need it. And sometimes some of our lessons are going to be new for us, and they're going to make us a little bit frustrated. It can happen. But the important thing is, if we get frustrated, we don't stop trying. We might need to take a minute or 2 and regroup and take a little bit of a break and a breather. And then we come back and we say, okay, how am I going to try this? Or maybe we move on to another problem and come back to the problem that was frustrating us. But the important thing is to not stop trying just because the assignment was difficult. It's going to happen. It happens to grown-ups who are in school or at work. It happens to kids at school. There are just frustrating assignments sometimes. We just cannot give up on them. Nice job today, guys.